In this presentation, let's look into the concept of secure online shopping. So the possibility of ease in shopping and also the ability to compare the products and prices at one go has made the online shopping the best place for consumers. People who shop online generally prefer buying using the credit cards. And credit cards are still preferred for online shopping because of their flexibility that they provide to buy the goods instantly. And the major reasons for online shopping would be the availability of the product and the elaborate product description with reviews and comments from various other users, and coupons on or deals available for that particular product, and then the option of quick buying. So when we consider the online banking, so it's basically the process of transacting or paying the bills over the internet. The users are generally allowed to make deposits or withdrawals and also foot the bills with a single click on the internet. So when we consider paying with the credit cards, it's still preferred as the best mechanism for online payment, and it is used vastly due to its ease of use and also for the ability it gives to pay the bills for a later date. So when you consider the credit cards, it also comes with the credit card frauds that surrounds the whole ecosystem of the credit cards itself. So considering this, there are a couple of very well-known credit card frauds such as the credit card skimming or cloning, then the stolen card fraud, then you have the shoulder surfing, then you have the identity theft and many other frauds. So when you consider credit card skimming or cloning, the attacker would generally clone the victim's credit card without his or her knowledge. And under the stolen credit card fraud, it would basically be that the attacker would try to take out as much as money possible out of the stolen credit cards. Then under the shoulder surfing, an attacker would try to get all the credentials pertaining to the credit cards just by standing beside or near the victim. So under the identity theft, it's basically again the attacker tries to manipulate various different documents or tries to steal the document or the identity of the victim itself. And there are plenty of other more credit card frauds when it comes to the credit card industry. So there are a couple of secure practices that could be done in terms of the credit cards. The first would be do not share your credit card details with any other. Keep track of all your transactions and make sure to check if the site where you're performing your online shopping has the basic security implementation such as the HTTPS or the SSL. Check if the site is of a well-known and a trusted organization, and make sure you do not buy from any shady or unknown websites. And make sure you do not share more information about yourself on the social media platforms. And make sure to use a strong and complex password and also with the OTP or the two-factor authentication. The next would be check for a confirmation email after you have made a purchase or a transaction. So, couple of things to keep in mind for transacting securely. So you need to be using the digital cash or also the e-wallets would be a better option for securely transacting. The possibility of getting conned with a digital cash or an e-wallet is very less. The built-in feature of the e-wallets prevent theft of the personal data. But before you transact using your mobile wallets or digital cash, make sure that you have installed these applications from a trusted source. So is your mobile wallet secure? So do gather some information about the mobile wallets application before you install them. And you make sure that you install them from a trusted application store, and make sure you implement a strong and complex password for the application. And also you got to make sure to check that the mobile wallet websites uses protocols such as HTTPS for transferring the data over the encrypted channel. So When you consider the HTTPS or the SSL, so these are a couple of its features that you need to take care about. First, the secure socket layer. The green colored HTTPS written in the URL bar shows that this site is under the HTTPS encryption. The padlock symbol shows that this site is completely secure and could be trusted. So how do you trust a website? So the websites need to have the HTTPS as a prefix in the URL. The identity of the organization could be found from the certificate used to encrypt the connection. Click on the padlock symbol on the URL bar next to the HTTPS prefix. So you could view the certificate so that you can get to see see the authenticity of the certificate. So how do you not trust any website? So that would be with the following two methods, or two or more, any number of methods. So the major ones would be when you get asked for proving your identity by verifying your credit or debit card before you do any sort of a purchase, or you even start the purchasing process itself. So there would be any sort of schemes that are offered by such websites seem to be suspicious. So these are a couple of secure transaction checklists that you got to keep in mind. Make sure you use virtual keyboard to enter confidential information. Never ever transact using public systems such as under airport Wi-Fi's or coffee shops. Always make sure to use two-factor authentication, and make sure you have updated your operating systems and your browser. And also to make sure that use strong and complex passwords, and always perform a regular antivirus scan on your system. And please make sure to check for HTTPS on the site URL before transacting. And also do not respond to the spam or any sort of an unsolicited emails. Make sure you get a notification from your bank whenever you perform a transaction. Check the address bar for the right URL, and make sure you don't give out information under stress or pressure. And beware of the phishing mails or any sort of scams that happen on the social media. And make sure to update your antivirus regularly.